Hello, and welcome to my presentation, a research proposal for the relationship between stress and self-care in social workers in the U.S. Virgin Islands and other U.S. territories. Hi, my name is Natalie Lewis. The grant that applies to this proposed study is the Behavioral Health Workforce Development Technical Assistance Program, and it can be found at the following website address. The proposed research study would investigate the relationship between stress and self-care of social workers. Social work practice careers are linked to heightened emotional stress, psychological, physical health, and overall well-being. Price and colleagues suggested that stress-related conditions, to include professional burnout, secondary traumatic stress, vicarious traumatization, and compassion fatigue, might be underestimated occupational hazards for those in social work practice. Miller 2020 talked about self-care and that it can play a crucial role in alleviating professional burnout, workplace stress, vicarious or secondary trauma, and other harmful work-related situations. The National Association for Social Workers talked about self-care and said that it was an essential component to social work practice that reflected a choice and commitment to become actively involved in maintaining the effectiveness as a social worker, preventing and coping with the natural yet unwanted consequences of helping. Even though self-care is widely advocated as a means of alleviating the effects of stress, indirect trauma, and burnout, there's a lack of findings or research studies of the effectiveness, according to Shepard and Newell 2020. Additionally, Miller and colleagues shared the same, that there was a small amount of studies relating to this topic. Miller 2019 also talked about the limits associated with self-care practices and social workers. For the methods, the null hypothesis will be that there's no statistically significant relationship among social workers who practice self-care due to stress and those who do not, and this would be assessed by the measurement of the self-care assessment worksheet. The alternative hypothesis will be that there is a statistically significant relationship among social workers, and it will be measured again by the self-care assessment worksheet. There will be no use of control variables for the study. The dependent variables will be self-care that's assessed by the self-care assessment worksheet as well as the self-care behavior inventory. The independent variables will be factors causing stress as determined by Maslach burnout inventory. For the participants will be social workers who are in the U.S. Virgin Islands, including St. Croix, St. Thomas, and St. John, and other U.S. territories. There will be, of course, male and females, and they would have to be in the field for 5 or more years. The minimum sample would be 400. In terms of recruiting, they would be recruited through newspapers, online newspapers, and they would be invited to begin with a survey from SurveyMonkey. The ethical considerations would include minimizing the risk to the participants, getting informed consent, ensuring that they're anonymous and confidential at all times, staying clear of methods such as involuntary participation, and also they're able to exit the study at any time. In line with Liberty University's mission and purpose, this proposed study is submitted for this grant and will be realized with the following guidance in mind. Quote, maintaining the vision of the founder, Dr. Jerry Falwell, Liberty University develops Christ-centered men and women with the values, knowledge, and skills essential to impact the world. And the rest of this could be found at the following website address at liberty.edu. The proposed study aims to add to this research area, providing insights for my colleagues, social workers, and newcomers to the field on how to navigate these issues before, during, and after they occur. By prioritizing God and helping one another in our efforts to honor Him, we can serve others. In conclusion, thank you for your time and and consideration regarding this proposed research study. Social workers require opportunities to prevent, address, and manage stress. In this field of assisting others, they can forget to also pour back into themselves. Self-care strategies must be utilized by social workers to maintain a healthy work-life balance. Together, we can all work to fulfill our service to God as He fulfills His promises to us. I hope to receive this grant to carry out this important work, and I hope that I display the need and urgency for it. Thanks once again, and have a great day. The following slide will have my references. Thank you. Be blessed and be well.